1. Commodore was a company that produced a range of home computers in the 1980s, including the popular Commodore 64. 2. The Commodore 64 was introduced in 1982 and became one of the best-selling personal computers of all time, with an estimated 17 million units sold worldwide. 3. The Commodore 64 was known for its advanced sound and graphics capabilities for the time, as well as its relatively low price point compared to other computers on the market. 4. Other popular Commodore computers included the VIC-20 and the AMIGA, which was known for its multimedia capabilities and was used extensively in the video and film industries. 5. Commodore filed for bankruptcy in 1994 and was eventually sold to various companies, with its assets and intellectual property changing hands several times since then. 6. The legacy of Commodore and its computers continues to be celebrated by a community of enthusiasts and collectors, who often hold events and competitions centered around using and programming the machines. 7. One of the unique features of Commodore computers was the use of the basic programming language, which was built into the machine's ROM and allowed users to write and run programs without needing any additional software. 8. The Commodore 64 was also notable for its vast library of games and software, with many classic titles still being played and enjoyed today through emulators and other means. 9. In addition to home computers, Commodore also produced a range of other products, including calculators, electronic typewriters, and even video game consoles such as the Commodore 64 game system. 10. Despite its eventual financial struggles, Commodore left a lasting impact on the computer industry and helped to popularize the idea of the home computer as a viable tool for personal and professional use. 11. The Commodore 64's operating system, known as Commodore DOS or CBM-DOS, was designed to be user-friendly and included features such as file management and disk formatting utilities. 12. Commodore computers were known for their expandability, with users able to add peripherals such as printers, modems, and external disk drives to enhance their capabilities. 13. The Commodore PET, introduced in 1977, was one of the first personal computers aimed at businesses and schools, with features such as a built-in monitor and a full-sized keyboard. 14. Commodore's founder, Jack Tramiel, was a Holocaust survivor who emigrated from Poland to the United States after World War II and went on to build a successful career in the computer industry. 15. The Commodore 128, released in 1985, was the successor to the Commodore 64 and featured a faster processor and more advanced features, but ultimately did not achieve the same level of success as its predecessor. 16. The Commodore AMIGA, introduced in 1985, was known for its advanced multimedia capabilities, including a built-in synthesizer and support for video and animation. 17. The AMIGA was used extensively in the video and film industries, including for special effects in movies such as Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park. 18. Commodore also produced a range of portable computers, including the SX64, which was essentially a portable version of the Commodore 64, and the Commodore LCD, which featured a built-in flat-panel display. 19. Despite its eventual bankruptcy, Commodore continued to inspire a devoted fan base and was the subject of a 2018 documentary called The Commodore Story. 20. Today, many Commodore computers are considered collector's items, with some models fetching high prices at auction or on online marketplaces. 21. Commodore computers were known for their distinctive design, featuring a beige and brown color scheme and a sleek, angular shape that became an icon of 1980s technology. 22. The Commodore 64 was so successful that it was in production for over a decade, with various models and revisions released during that time. 23. The Commodore 64 was also known for its extensive library of games, with many classic titles such as Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and the Oregon Trail available for the system. 24. The AMIGA, while not as commercially successful as the Commodore 64, had a devoted following among enthusiasts and developers, who continued to create and release software for the platform long after Commodore ceased production. 25. Commodore's impact on the computer industry can still be felt today, with many of the concepts and technologies pioneered by the company, such as the home computer and multimedia capabilities, still shaping the way we use and interact with technology. 26. Commodore computers also had a significant impact on the demo scene, a subculture of computer enthusiasts who create audiovisual demonstrations of programming and graphics skills. Many classic demos were created on Commodore computers, such as the famous Second Reality demo for the PC, which was originally developed on an AMIGA. 27. The Commodore 64 also had a significant impact on the music industry, with its SID, sound interface device, chip capable of producing rich and complex soundscapes. Many musicians and composers, such as Rob Hubbard and Martin Galway, created music for Commodore games and demos that has since become iconic. 28. In addition to its computer products, Commodore also produced a range of home electronics, including televisions, stereo systems, and video recorders. 29. Commodore computers were known for their affordability, making them accessible to a wide range of users and helping to popularize the idea of the home computer as a tool for entertainment, education, and productivity. 30. Despite its eventual demise, Commodore remains an important and influential part of computer history, and its legacy can still be seen in the many technological innovations and cultural phenomena that it helped to inspire. 31. Commodore also had an impact on the early days of computer networking, with the release of the Commodore VI modem, a modem that allowed users to connect their Commodore computers to bulletin board systems and other online services. 32. Commodore's marketing slogan, "Computers for the masses, not the classes," reflected the company's commitment to making computing accessible and affordable to a wide range of users. 33. Commodore's financial troubles in the late 1980s and early 1990s were due in part to mismanagement and a failure to keep up with the rapidly evolving computer industry, as well as competition from other companies such as IBM and Apple. 34. The Commodore 64 holds the Guinness World Record for the highest-selling single computer model of all time, with an estimated 17 million units sold. 35. Today, many Commodore enthusiasts continue to preserve and celebrate the legacy of the company, with dedicated fan websites, forums, and even retro computing festivals where enthusiasts can gather to share their love of vintage technology. 36. Commodore was known for its aggressive pricing strategy, which often involved selling computers at a loss in order to gain market share and drive sales of peripherals and accessories. 37. Commodore also had a significant presence in Europe, particularly in countries such as Germany and the UK, where the company had a strong following among hobbyists, gamers, and home users. 38. The demise of Commodore in the 1990s left a void in the home computer market that was eventually filled by companies such as Dell, HP, and Gateway, which focused on producing affordable and user-friendly computers for the mass market. 39. The legacy of Commodore can be seen in the many computing innovations and technologies that it helped to pioneer, from multimedia capabilities and portable computing to home networking and online communication. 40. Despite its eventual bankruptcy, Commodore remains a beloved and influential part of computer history, and its impact on the industry can still be felt today in the many ways that we use and interact with technology. 41. Commodore also had an impact on computer education, with many schools and educational institutions using Commodore computers in the 1980s and 1990s to teach programming, computer science, and other technology-related subjects. 42. The Commodore PET, Personal Electronic Transactor, was one of the company's earliest and most successful computer models, featuring a built-in keyboard and monochrome display and aimed primarily at the business and education markets. 43. Commodore was also known for its marketing campaigns, which often featured catchy slogans and memorable advertising jingles. One of the company's most famous slogans was "Are you keeping up with the Commodore?" 44. In addition to its hardware products, Commodore also developed and released a range of software titles, including productivity software, games, and programming tools. 45. The Commodore 128 was the last major computer model released by the company, and featured an advanced 128 kilobyte memory and compatibility with both the Commodore 64 and CP/M operating systems. 46. Today, many Commodore computers are still in use and have been preserved by collectors and enthusiasts, who continue to develop new software and hardware add-ons for these classic machines. 47. The Commodore brand was revived in the early 2000s, with a range of new products bearing the Commodore name, including gaming consoles and portable media players, although these products did not achieve the same level of success as the company's earlier computer models. 48. Commodore's impact on popular culture can be seen in films, TV shows, and other media that feature references to the company's computers, such as the popular Netflix series Stranger Things, which prominently features a Commodore 64. 49. Commodore's demise in the 1990s was a significant event in the history of the computer industry, and has been the subject of numerous books, articles, and documentaries examining the factors that contributed to the company's downfall. 50. Despite the challenges and setbacks that ultimately led to its demise, Commodore's legacy continues to inspire and influence generations of computer enthusiasts, who continue to celebrate and preserve the company's rich history and technological innovations.